Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today we are going to be giving the 6499 a review now that we've had it just over a year. So the good, the bad, the ugly, what we think of the 6499. So one thing I will say before we get too much further in, tractor's not as clean as it could be because we are currently hauling dung out of the yard to out farms, get out of the yard, and that's what that tractor's at. You seen it at the start there, and as you can see, daylight hours are running out, so I didn't give it a full clean, and it's quite possible it'll be back at it tomorrow and every bit as dirty tomorrow evening. So yeah, the joys. But anyways, it's that a little bit cleaner. But the 6499, now we have it a year. It has done 1100 hours of work. It's just after, before it went out hauling dung, it was after getting its third service with us. It has done all the rolling, nearly all the mowings, obviously with the two mowers. It has done a lot of the baling, drew lots. It's done a lot of hauling. Because this is 50k tractor with air brakes, we do an awful lot of hauling with it. That's one of the reasons why this tractor is at home. A lot of people do ask me, why do we not use the 6499 on the pump? And the reason is we keep it at home so that we can haul. So at the weekends we have a young lad comes to us to keep the tanker work up to date. He goes off with that to do the tanker work. Also when there's hauling, like at the minute we're using the Broughton trailer, not ours now, we're borrowing it to haul the dung. And yeah, that's why it's kept at home, to do the hauling, because she is fast and she is very comfortable. But she's done a world of work this year. As I said, 1100 hours gone on the clock in a year, which is good. Like, you think the other 6290's done the same. That's two tractors over 1000 hours. So I suppose we'll talk about the bad points first, a few little issues that we had this year. Now, one of the things, it's staring at me here, you may see it, the bonnet is cracked. Now the bonnet was cracked when we got it, but the last power washing it got before it got serviced, it chipped all the paint off it, and yeah, it's pretty ugly now. So when it goes into the workshop next, we'll get a bit of fiberglass paste, we'll cover it up. And that is because the latch, the opening and closing of that, it takes quite a bit of force, and you always end up putting your hand up here to push it down, and that's what's breaking it. But yeah, that we also, I suppose at the start of the year we did have this issue. We had to send it back because there was a problem with it, but Ned Murphy's tractors looked after us ferocious well, picked it up the next day, brought us down a replacement tractor, had the tractor back with us by the weekend. Like, they give us great service. The tractor has given very little issue. Two things that popped to my mind, that issues it gave: we snapped the PTO shaft off the back, so we snapped this off. We had to put a new one in middle of the baling season. One of our drivers was baling away, I must have been pushing up silage or something, and the PTO shaft, it snapped. It looked like there had been rust in it, so it was something that probably happened to it in its past life, and it just eventually, the last of it gave with us. The other thing, which is a bit bigger, about 2 months ago the tractor started throwing an error code on the dash, and she was way down in power. Way down in power. It was actually when we were bringing the combine, she was down in power, and we couldn't figure it out. We got out the books on it, and we were looking through the books, error code, it was to do with fuel starvation. And so we changed the fuel filters, wasn't that. Blew back into the tank, made sure there's no dirt in it, wasn't that. Rung up Murphy's, it was the scavenger pump, the fuel scavenger pump. It needs to keep, it has 1 bar pressure for the common rail injectors. I'll have to double check this with Father Phil. Father Phil should really be with me, but we spent the whole day sorting cattle, colour coding bulls for going to the factory so that we know who's going when, and that's why I'm a bit dirty in the overalls. And we done that, and he's like, I'm going back inside, he's enough done for today. And yeah, it's a Sunday. We don't really like doing much on a Sunday, but it's the only chance I get to do these kind of jobs and get these kind of videos made. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, the fuel scavenger pump went. I was gone, it was about a week driving around with it under power, put new scavenger pump in it. Perfect. Other than that, that tractor, no one bit of trouble. No, that was it. Just them two things. They're the things that gave trouble this year. So we'll talk about the things I don't really like about this tractor, and there's not too many things. One of them, I suppose, I'm not over fond of the Dyna 6 transmission. The one thing I always find with it it's very slow to get going. You pull off a junction and you're trying to banging up the gears, and you know it takes that little bit longer. Whereas your Dyna 4, your stick shift, the 6290s, you go bang bang bang, you're flat out. You take off a lot quicker in the 62s, the Dyna 4s, the stick shift tractors. That's probably the biggest thing I don't really like about the tractor, and it's the same with all Dyna 6 tractors. Even the new Massies are very similar to it. They just don't have the oomph to get going, or not the power, but the gears to get going, and that probably is the only thing I don't really like about it. I suppose we'll just get into the cab. Now the cab isn't clean. It was cleaned out when it was serviced, but of course it's done a few days hauling since. But yeah, that literally, that is the only thing I can think of that I'm not fond of is the Dyna 6. Look, at the very start it took quite a bit of getting used to kind of realize what gears you need to take off in with what different loads, like pulling a slurry tank or pulling a silage trailer empty. Took a bit of getting used to, but I am well used to it now, and it is a lot, it's more manageable, but still by far sooner a Dyna 4 stick here and be banging through the gears. But anyways, look, yeah, that's the only thing I don't really like about it. Try to think of anything else. No, I can't think. It's a big tractor, but then big tractor, big power, like, obviously. What I like about it, 50k, and she is as smooth on the road, you absolutely just fly around. She is so comfortable on the road, and she's so comfortable pulling heavy loads. Just the height of comfort in this cab. I just turn on the ignition. You have your climate control, aircon, the whole lot. It's just an incredibly comfortable cab. I really do like, I know I said it before, when working, one of the big advantages with this tractor for us was the front links and PTO, which allowed us, bird scares going off, allowed us to get a front mower for the first time. And I know we had issues with that, but it wasn't the tractor's fault. But one of the things that really makes working the front mower so easy is the headland management. That I can use all my hydraulics by just pushing that little button, setting it all up on the screen. Absolutely love the Dahatronics. What is it? Dahatronics 3. Yeah, the Dahatronics screen, all the stuff I can do with that. Oh, suits me down to the ground. Monitoring fuel uses, miles driven, kilometers driven. Oh, just, yeah, no, they really do like that. Electric spools work perfectly. There is literally, it's just a great tractor, and we really enjoyed using it this year. Father Phil, he comes into the yard, if he's a pick of tractors, this is the tractor he takes. Doesn't matter what he's doing, he takes this tractor. It's easier. And even with the mill, because with the Dahatronics we can set up the hydraulic pressures, so we can make sure that her applicator, which is driven by a hydraulic motor, I can change it on the screen. You probably can't see it there because of the brightness of the screen, but you can see there, you can change the amount of flow in your spools. Look, I'm going to say it about 20 times over, but really are happy with this tractor. One negative thing, the Dyna 6, we had two breakages we had, but neither of them are we consider that major. One was probably something that happened in his past life and just happened to give up on us. The other thing, I know it just happened. Yeah, really happy with this tractor. She is an incredible tractor. Try to think about anything else. Yeah, try to think of anything else there is to say about it. It is what it is. It's a lovely tractor. Look, a big tractor. She's a big girl. Tires, yes, the tires do need to be changed, and we are on the lookout. I don't know whether we're going to go for new or we're trying to get good second hand, because they're not cheap tires. Jeez, they're not cheap tires. I suppose one of the things that this tractor wasn't very suitable for, and that was harrowing. At the start, one of the first things I done with the tractor, we harrowed with it, and one of the things we found was the weight of the tractor was leaving the tire imprints further down than the harrow was able to take out of it. That's why the 3690 ended up doing all the harrowing. It's just that bit lighter, did a that bit better job. That's why that tractor didn't do a whole lot of harrowing. But something we are thinking of doing, if we can find an extra day in the week, we're going to make a push harrow for the front of it out of one of our old harrows that we have. We're thinking of it. If we get a chance, we will. Most likely we won't, but we are thinking of putting a push harrow on it, so that way it'll be like a one pass harrow and twice job. It might make it do a better job of it. Don't know, we'll have to see. Upcoming video, I was to today. Now after this video, go and bring it out to get some footage. I have something planned. Should go back into the workshop to get a few add-ons put onto it. Video will be coming up soon, but I need a bright day or a daylight day where I can put up the drone to get some footage of it, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, as I was saying, I have a good video planned with that. Put a few add-ons on it, bring her into the workshop. Should be really good video. But anyways, look, there's not much. No, I'm struggling for things to say. Also, just for those of you that are wondering why is that in the yard, that's because we fixed that shed. We put a new roof on it. You can see we straightened up the corner of the shed, and we put a heap of new LED lights around the yard and stuff. So that's, you'll see that in another video we're working at night. And in today's video, there will be some drone footage at the end of, like the 3690 video, of all the different bits of drone footage for the year. That tractor will probably be hauling dung again tomorrow and be covered in muck, and I'll have to wash it again to bring the workshop. That is it. That's the 64 Massey Ferguson 6499 Dyna 6. We are happy with it. Great tractor. Would highly recommend if you are looking for one. It's definitely a good tractor to buy. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed today's probably a little short video of me talking about how much I like this tractor. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it from me. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck and stay tuned for the drone footage.
When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise. Tear all the worries out of my mind about who I'm supposed to be. I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away. They were simpler times. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Maybe my compass was wrong, and I'm still on my way closer each day to where I belong. I'm still rolling the dice, praying sometimes it don't last it long. I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon.